Hey beautiful people, how you all doing? I want to welcome you guys back to my baking series. I remain your girl Olalade Zainab Macaulay, and I want to use this period to wish my Muslim brothers and sisters Ramadan Kareem, also my Christian brothers and sisters a blessed and meaningful Lent season. Thank you guys for always watching my videos. I really appreciate it. It's not taken for granted. And at the same time, I still want to beg people that are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel to please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Instagram, Bake with Lollipops. Engage on my posts, like, follow, subscribe, comment, share, repost, just do everything and anything to support me on this baking journey. So in today's video, I'll be making a chocolate cake and a chocolate fudge frosting. This recipe is entirely different. It's similar, but like the difference is from the first chocolate cake I made, and my big sister gave me this recipe. Thank you so much, Auntie Jimmy. God bless you. So let's get started, guys. All right. So before I list out the ingredients, I'm going to preheat my oven at 175 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Come back. All right, I'm back. So these are the ingredients I'll be making use of in baking this chocolate cake. Of course, I'll be making use of flour. So I'm going to be using 2 cups of flour. Set this aside. I'll be making use of 2 cups of sugar, granulated sugar. Set aside. I'll be making use of three quarter cup of cocoa powder, alkalized, unsweetened alkalized cocoa powder. I'll be making use of 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, as you can see. I'll be making use of 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. I'll be making use of 3/4 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna bring that out later. I'll be making use of one cup of whole milk. So this is whole milk, 1 cup of this. Also, I'll be making use of 2 large eggs, but unfortunately, I've got no large eggs. These are medium eggs, so I'll be making use of 3 medium eggs. If you are using large, make use of 2 large eggs. And I'll be making use of 1 cup of boiling water. I'm currently boiling my water. So let's do this. Set aside. Let me put this in because I'll be reading out of this. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is to preheat my oven. I've done that. Then the second thing, the next step is to sieve my flour 3 times. So this flour here has been sifted 3 times. I've done that before this video. So I'm going to set this aside. So what am I doing now? I'm adding my cocoa powder, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and sugar together. So I'm going to call that the dry ingredients. Okay, so the thing I'm doing is to add my cocoa powder. This is my cocoa powder. I'm going to add my baking soda. So I'm making use of 1.5 teaspoons. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's TSP, teaspoons. So this is one. And okay, this is one, and this is half teaspoon. Don't mind me. This is half. One and a half teaspoons of my baking soda is going in as well. Okay. So 1.5 teaspoon. Half. So what else is going in? My salt. 3/4 teaspoons of 3/4 teaspoon of salt. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to make use of this. going in. That's my salt. What else? My sugar. So I'm making use of two cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar. This is 1 cup. Is it my cup is a bit wet? Let me just clean it up. Let me clean this up. Oh, so wow, 2 cups of sugar. Wow. So this is one, as you can see, 2 cups of sugar. And this is the second one. So I'm going to mix well. I'm going to mix this first. Alright, so I'm going to use my mixer to mix it now. I have to use my hand first, and I'm going to use my mixer now. Alright, so my mixer is here, and I'm going to mix my dry ingredients together. Oh, sorry. Now I'm going to mix this well. Don't forget this is a dry ingredient. Alright, now I'm done mixing my dry ingredients. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add the wet ingredient into my dry ingredient. So I'm going to add my oil. I'm making use of 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. Don't forget. Also, I'll be adding my eggs. I'm making use of 3 eggs. If you are using large, 2. But I'm using medium, so I'm making use of 3, and 1 cup of water. So I forgot to state that I'll be using flavor at the beginning of this video. So if you want to use flavor, you can use chocolate flavor, you can use vanilla flavor, you can use your coffee. So as for me, I'll be making use of my vanilla flavor and my coffee. So I'll be making use of 1 teaspoon of coffee and 1 tablespoon of vanilla flavor. So these are the 2 flavors I would like to use for my chocolate cake. It's getting interesting, you get. All right, so let's add our wet ingredient. The first thing is to pour in my oil. So this is my vegetable oil, my sunflower oil. I'm going to pour it in. So the next thing is to pour in my eggs. So this is 3 eggs here, as you can see. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to mix it together. So the next thing I'm going to pour in now is my hot water. So I'm making use of 1 cup of boiling water. And I'm going to mix it. Okay, so I'm done mixing my wet ingredients now. So this is my wet ingredients. I'm done mixing now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add in my flour, my 2 cups of flour, my 1 cup of whole milk, and I'm going to add my flavor, and I'm going to mix all together. my milk, 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of 1 tablespoon of vanilla flavor, 1 teaspoon of coffee. Oh, yeah, 1 teaspoon of coffee. This one I do not have wasabi. I don't know why I'm using this when I have mixer. So I'm going to mix all together. It is stated that do not overmix, but mix well. Okay. I'm gonna scrape down the sides and mix again. Hopefully this comes out well. Okay, now I'm done mixing my cake batter. The next thing I'm going to do is to transfer my cake batter into my prepared baking pan. So it's been rubbed with butter already, and I sprinkled flour. So that's what a prepared baking pan looks like, just to avoid cake breakage. So guys, the most interesting part of this phase is that I'm going to sieve my cake batter into my baking pan. Like, instead of me pouring directly, I've not seen this before. I've not watched it before, so I was surprised when I saw this in this recipe. This is the first time of me experiencing this. So I'm going to get my sieve right now, and I'm going to sieve my cake batter into my prepared baking pan. So that is what I'm about to do in this video. But I think I made a mistake here. I think I should have sieved inside a container first, instead of me sieving directly into my baking pan, because it might look, what's it called, my baking pan might look dirty. So next time I think I'm going to do that. So the first thing I'm doing here is just to mix with my hand first, just to be sure that there are no particles underneath, or like, I don't even understand what I mean, before transferring my cake batter inside my baking pan. And that's it. Like, this is my first time of seeing this, and that was what got my attention. Like, that was what got my attention in this recipe that was shared to me by my big sister. You can see that my baking pan is already getting stained. So that was why I said next time I'm going to sieve first inside a container before transferring it into my prepared baking pan. Alright, you can see what my sieve looks like. I think I'll be using this for every other recipe. Like whenever I want to bake now, I'm going to sieve before pouring. Alright, the next thing is to bake. Put my cake batter inside the oven and bake for 50 minutes or less. So it's either 40 minutes, 45 minutes, or 50 minutes. Alright guys, so I've baked my cake for I've baked my cake for about 45 minutes. This is what my cake looks like. I'm gonna scrape this off. Let me move closer to the camera. So this is what my cake looks like after baking. So I'm going to scrape this part off. This is not bad at all after scraping the burnt part off, and it feels heavy. So let me taste it and give review of what I baked. Okay. Should I cut it into two? Hold on. Tastes good, and it's giving this sweet and kind of bitter taste because of the coffee I added, and I like it. Yeah, makes sense. I love it, but I still prefer the first one, the first sponge cake I made. But I love this, so I love the taste. It's really nice. So that's for the cake. I love the outcome. I love the taste. For my what's it called, chocolate fudge first drink, I made it, but I'm sorry I couldn't do the video. Why? The reason is that I was finding it difficult to video, like to record, because of my tripod. So I need to get a new tripod that can allow me record while doing anything on my gas cooker. But the outcome is nice. So see, I love it. The outcome is very good, very okay. I tried, so I'm gonna give it a try one more time and record. So because at the beginning of this video I made mention of this and the chocolate cake I want to bake, but unfortunately I couldn't. So I'm going to make this again and I will do a video. All right guys, I want to thank you all for watching my YouTube video. Thank you. God bless you. I will see you in my next baking series. All right, bye.